Hello there. In this session, we're going to discuss about artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence, sometimes called as machine intelligence, which means that we are training our machines so that the intelligence can be demonstrated by machines. In this modern world, there is a need of a concept so that everything can be automated. When we are sleeping, then the machines can take over and do the work. This will help us to save the cost and the work is fully automated and managed and the machines can do the work for us. So that's why there is a need of artificial intelligence. So let us talk about what are the skills measured for this AI 900 exam. In this, the first topic will be describing AI workloads and consideration. We will be describing how the AI workloads look like and like what are the lot of detections, anomaly detections, how we can train the models. In this, a very basic concept we're gonna cover. In the second module, which is describing fundamental principle of machine learning on Azure, we will be discussing about machine learning and then how we can use the machine learning with Azure services. The demos part will be starting from the module 2. The first module is just a basic overview of how the services looks like. In the third module, that is describe features of computer vision workloads on Azure. We in this module we're going to discuss how we can utilize the computer vision so that images, pictures, videos can easily be detectable and the Azure services can let us know that or like can easily translate. The fourth one is described features of natural language processing, also known as NLP, workloads in Azure. So, you all must be aware of Alexa. So Alexa is based on the NLP. So that is speech to text, text to speech. How we can use it in the Azure that we're going to discuss in this module. The last is describe feature of conversation AI workloads on Azure. This is basically talks about the bots. How we can use the bot services. That is, if you don't know about bot, we're going to talk about that. Like when you do a chat with a computer, so that that computer can give us the suggestions based on the database knowledge the bot has. We're going to discuss each and everything in detail. The last four module you are seeing has the demos. The first one is just a conceptual. So let us now proceed. For this course, these are the basic requirements we should have. A browser, you can have a Chrome, Edge, Mozilla Firefox, or IE, any will work. We should have Azure subscription because for the demo we need that. Though in the exam there will be no demos, but when you have a visualized things, then you'll be able to understand more. So that's why we are having a lot of demos in this course. So it is advisable to have an Azure subscription. The other requirement is if you have a zeal to learn AI, then this course for you. You just need to have a eager so that you because there are a lot of technologies in AI which is complex, so you should have a zeal to learn it. You can also visit the Microsoft Learn website that is an official documentation of this AI 900 and leverage those resources. We will also be using the aidemo.microsoft.com for the demo purposes, which will help you to visualize things. And we also gonna use the bot. So the bot will help us to automate the things. We'll be creating the bots in this session. So this is the modules we have for AI 900 and which includes the demo. The first module will be Introduction to Artificial Intelligence, which we're going to discuss now. The other module is Machine Learning with Azure Services. The third one is Computer Vision. Fourth is NLP. And the fifth is Conversational AI, as discussed previously. So this is a snipe from the syllabus which I have taken from the Microsoft Learn AI 900. certification documentation page. So this is the things which we're gonna cover, like identify prediction of forecast, anomaly detection, computer vision, natural language processing, conversation AI workloads. So these are the topics which we covered. Why I pasted it here, because these are the topics you can match from the AI 900 which will be covered. I will cover each and everything for this course. Module 1, Introduction to Artificial Intelligence. As we discussed previously, that artificial intelligence means that we are going to train the machine so that machine can do the work for us and can have the ability to think like we are thinking. Artificial intelligence empowers amazing new solutions and experiences, and Microsoft Azure provides easy way to help you getting started. And with Microsoft Azure services, you don't need to use any coding. If you have the basic, then it will be fine, but if you don't have, you are very beginner basic, we can use the services, we can leverage the services presented in here and utilize it. After using these services, in the next module, we're going to create the bots, we're going to create the machine learning model, and we'll train it. So we don't, and we're not going to use any of the coding. We just gonna use the references from the Microsoft Learn, and when you have the better visualization, you will be able to understand easily. Okay, in this module, what are you going to learn? Like, you're gonna discuss about what is AI, which you all now have the basic understanding of what is AI actually. The next topic we're going to discuss about understanding machine learning, what is machine learning and how it work, and how we can use it in Azure. The third is, what is anomaly detection? Anomaly detection is usually it will detect the flaws, which we want to discuss. The fourth is understanding the computer vision. The fifth one is the understanding the responsible AI. And the last is, what are the responsible AI actions, the practices which we have to follow. So let us move forward. What is artificial intelligence? When a software can follow or have the human capabilities based on the training model which we use to train the software or system. In this, we will be using a past data which was generated of the previous year, and that data will be fetched or given to the model so that model can be trained, and based on that data, the model can predict. Let's say I have fed it the temperature of last month of each and every days. So based on that data, it gonna predict the weather for the next month. So if you have the more data, let's say I have fed it only the 1 month data to the model, then it gonna predict the weather for the next month. That is fine. But if you have more data, that is, I'm feeding the temperature for, like, let's say 5 months, and for the 6th month, it's gonna predict again. But that 6 month data will be more accurate. As if you feed more data, then the system will become more accurate. So in this, we have to train our model. The more training we give to the model, the more data we fed, the more reliable, the more efficient our model will become. The next is make decision based on the past data which was collected. So the model will be making the decision from the past data. Like, based on the past data, it's going to give you the result that this is gonna happen. So there will be always there can be accurate data and there will some deficiency. To avoid to remove that deficiency, we have to feed a lot of data. But as it's a software, there are chances to have some deficiency, which is fine, which is not a harm in it. But the deficiency is should not be very high. So that's the job of artificial intelligence engineer or artificial intelligence associate. Once they have gained the capabilities, the deficiency can be reduced. The third is understand written and spoken language and then making the decision. So with the artificial intelligence, we can use the written and spoken language, meaning that when you write the language, let's say I write the language in Chinese or maybe in French, which I don't know, with the AI, that language can be easily convertible to the my preferred language, either in English or any other language. Same way with the spoken language. So that is how this will this is beneficial for us, that the machine is training based on the data is fed. So we are teaching the machine. So how artificial intelligence will detect is if there is any flaw. So let's say how flaw will detect. So we let's say we have a lot of um, images, or you can say a lot of images, or so we have to identify the correct image or reliable image of the system. So if there is any deficiency or if there is any flaw in that, the artificial intelligence can easily detect the bad image. Or by images I meant that how much blurry it is. So let's say I have 10 images. Out of that, two images are blurry. So if your model is trained enough to detect the blurry images, then it can easily detect the blur image and reject those. So how our e-commerce model will work is, see, in the e-commerce, when a seller used to upload the images of the product, like in Amazon, sorry, in Amazon you're buying some of the product. So if a seller upload the images of that product, right? So if the product is blurry, then it's a very bad experience for Amazon also and for the end user also. So we can leverage the artificial intelligence over there and detect the blurry pictures. That is an anomaly detection. We are doing an detection flaws. We are identifying the flaws on the images of if it's there any blurry things. So if it is any blur picture, the system can generate, and right away it's let the seller know that please upload a new image. It is not approved. So this is how you will leverage this. So the next part is it can recognize the visual and working as a bot for the end users. So it can easily recognize any visuals like our like in the example of Alexa or Google Home. If I train my Alexa that this is my voice, then Alexa can easily detect my voice that hey, this is this person. So we are training the model regularly, then only it will train. So it can recognize my voice, or like let's say if I'm training a system with a face detection thing. So that is how it is recognizing my if you are using a face detection, then we are training the model. So likewise, we can work with the bots as we discussed. So let's say it's a online support chat system and I am a user of one software which having some issues, a small issues, a normal issues. So, but I need a immediate assistance. So for that, I went to their website, the software website, and said, "Hey, hi, I need some support and all." But there is no one online because there is a 9 to 6 hours working hours. So as we set up the bot can let us know that you can leverage this troubleshooting step so that it can be resolved. So this is how it will help you to narrow down or like to have a better services. The bot we're gonna discuss in the end of the session. So basically, artificial intelligence means that a software is acting like a human with human capabilities. Okay. The next part is we're going to discuss what is machine learning and how we should use in Azure. In machine learning, as artificial intelligence is mostly related to the machine learning because we are teaching the machine. So you can say artificial intelligence is a field of study and machine learning is a part of it. Like it's a subject of artificial intelligence. So, and with the machine learning is a most superior concept for artificial intelligence field of study. In this, we build predicting models based on the data. As we discussed, we fed the data to the model will be trained, and based on that it will give the result. Using the data, we will train the model so that once the model is trained, it can do activities for us. Machine learning is important workload or pillar for AI. As we discussed that machine learning is a very important pillar, so because machine learning will help us to help the machine to understand the things which we are trying to say. So based on that, that's why machine learning is a very booming technology because it can train the machines for us. Now let us talk about anomaly detection. In this system will detect unusual patterns and activity. Once detected, it can alert us or prevent the actions. We discussed some time back the images concept. In this, e-commerce are using the image anomaly detection to detect the faulty or blurry images and reporting. The other example is unusual transaction in the accounts. So let's say I am a user of some bank and I don't do much transactions online. I usually take cash out. I don't do transaction online. So after a year or two, my account has been deducted from, let's say, lot of amount of money has been deducted from my account. So, and that is also from the outside the country. So again, that is an unusual transaction because the debit card or credit card from my account has not been used. But on a certain day, it the card reported a lot of money has been deducted. So that can be easily detected, and the officials of the bank can be alerted on that by using the anomaly detection technology. In this, now we're going to discuss about what is computer vision. Recognize the images, visuals from inputs given by us, like a face detection. Face detection is a very small example. Like we can train the machine that this is us, so that it can authorize to do things, right? For an example, we can train the model with computer vision, then system can detect the type of image. So if you train the model, let's say I'll give you one more example. Let's say a blind person or a partially blind person, they don't able to see. So with the use of computer vision technology, what they can do, they can install an app which is based on computer vision, and let's say they cannot see but their app can see, their camera on the app or on the phone can see, right? So they can open the phone and just scan or click a photo while opening the app. The app can tell, okay, that this is a car, this is a bus, this is a building. So this is how the computer vision is working for the blinds, and this technology is working for the blinds, and it's a gift for them. Like they can now detect what's the object in front of me. We're gonna discuss each and everything which we are discussing now with the demos in the coming sessions, so you don't need to worry about. And we're gonna build each and everything from scratch. What is natural processing language? Oops. What is natural language processes? So it both mean the same thing. So NLP. In this, what we're gonna do, we're gonna we are training the machines based on our speech, like we already discussed the Alexa and Google Home. We are, let's say in an example, in Alexa, I say, "Hey Alexa, play this song." So Alexa is going to play that song. So we are training that Alexa with the speech or text. Also, there's one example which we I'm gonna show you in the coming session, that if if for a blind, again NLP will, how it will work for a blind, let's say there's some written things on on anywhere on a board or anywhere, and he cannot see that. He can just open that NLP app, and when he can scan that text, then he can listen that text, because app already seen that text written over the board, and that can be converted into the speech for him. So how it will work, in a board something is written and the blind person came in front of that and he hover over it. The app scans everything and speak the written things for him. That's how Alexa and Google Home is also based on. So in the Alexa and Google, you can just say the things, that is a speech to action. You're just saying the things, and it can do the action for you. Also, it can recognize your voice, that hey, this is this user. Now we're going to discuss about conversational AI. AI bots can engage you to do the dialogues or communication for you. This means that whenever you type something or write something, it can talk with you, it can have a dialogue with you. Like we discussed some time back, that if you need a support for some software, industry software, and you need to resolve that ASAP, so the company can have a bot services and you can talk with a bot can give you the solutions, that you can perform this activity, the troubleshooting steps that might help you. As I said, it will chat with the people and reduces the support of human intervention for basic queries. So we no longer have to hire a night shift person, or like we don't have to expand our employees, or like we don't have to ask our employees to work in odd shifts, because the the basic queries can easily be handled by the bots. One thing to note, as we our model should have a lot of question based knowledge. If it don't have that knowledge, then the bot will not be able to answer, so we have to keep on training our bot. So this will help us to cost reduction. It will reduce your cost and time as well. So as I discussed, the one example which I'm going to discuss now again, you need support for the software and you begin chat with the bot. Then the troubleshooting guidelines will be provided by the bot based on your requirements. And if it don't have the answer, then it can create a support ticket for you. So that's very interesting. Earlier what used to happen, the users always used to create a support ticket, and after a day or two a person will be assigned to him and work with him. But now a bot can easily tackle for them. So due to that, the lot of human intervention has been reduced, because basic troubleshooting queries can be easily answered by bot. Now we're going to discuss about Microsoft Azure AI services. Machine learning in Azure, the services known as Azure Machine Learning. Machine learning is a foundation for the most AI solution, an AI platform for building and training the machine learning models. The next services which I'm going to discuss with you is cognitive services, a set of services which developer can use to build AI solution. All it takes is an API call to give the ability for your application to see, hear, speak, search, understand, and accelerate the decision making into the apps. Example, anomaly detector, which we discussed. So the services which we discussed, whether it be conversational AI, whether it will be computer vision, whether it be NLP, anomaly detection. So all these services come under the cognitive services. Cognitive services will provide an API for all these services, and you can use this API with your application. So your application can be enabled with that services. Let's say if you have an e-commerce website and you would like to enable a conversational AI or a bot, what you need to do? You just need to create a model with the conversational AI under the Microsoft Azure, though you have to use the cognitive services and having the API for the conversational AI. After that, once the bot is trained, you just need to put the API of the cognitive services over your e-commerce code. Once you do that, your e-commerce website is AI, conversational AI enabled. So this is how easy it is. We're gonna do this demo, which I have just now said. We're gonna do this demo when we are doing the conversational AI module. The next is Azure Bot. So as we discussed, Azure Bot again, so it's an online solution to the developers. Like it can help you to develop the bots. AI bot can engage and do the dialogues or communication for you by adding these services, which we can enable in our applications, which we discussed just now. With this AI, it will also come with a lot of risks and challenges that we have to address. We're going to talk about first security. The data which is used to train the models or bots has a risk of being exposed. In this modern world, there is a lot of need of security. So we have to secure our model, secure our data. So there's always a risk of our data being stolen. So you'd have to take care of the security part with your model, with your data, which is fetched into the model, because that data is your past data of your company that you need to secure or protect. So you need to find a strategy or methodology to secure as possible. Sometimes the AI solution can be biased. How? Loan approval model may discriminate by gender or age due to bias of data used for training the model. So, let's say a bot is there which used to give the loans, very small loans, not in lakhs. It's just thousands in thousands, just hundreds or thousands, but not very big loan amount. So how it will work? So let's say we fed the data into our model, which don't have any details about, let's say, the age group of 20 to 25. Then, and it has lot of data from 25 to 30 age group. So how it will work is, if the applicants came from, let's say, a 27 age, and at the same time the application came for 23rd age, 23 years of age, then the loan should be given to the 27 always, because it has the data mostly from 26 to 30 age group of people, and it has very less data from the 21 to 25 years of age, because based on the past data, that it always gives loan to that particular amount of age range, then this time there are a lot of chances then it gonna give to the that amount, that person which is having the age group in that range, that is 27. So that we need to deal with it, that how we fed the data into our model. The solution cannot be generalized. A health application trained using AI model might give the same medication for similar issues. Like a bot is there, or like it is trained on the AI model, and we fed lot of data. So there are chances that it gives the same medicine for both cold and cough if we haven't narrowed down the issue, if we haven't narrowed down the health issues. We have to narrow down each and everything. Okay, this guy having cold, that's a separate thing, and this guy having a cough. Sometimes we used to consider both as the same thing, but actually it's not. Both diseases are different. So we don't have to narrow down we don't have to generalize these solutions. Okay. The next we're going to discuss is errors at production can cause harm to life. Let's say a autopilot mode for the car if having issues while on the highway, which can cause collisions. So AI solution can also lead to the harm to the life. So that is not we expect. The other risk is responsibility. The person who developed the AI model should be responsible for the crime made by AI systems. Just now we talked that error when occur at the production can cause to harm to the life, like a autopilot mode. So who should be responsible for that? Because the mistake is of the machine, not at the human. So the person who developed the AI should be responsible for the crime made by AI system. That's still a question. That we need that who are developing the AI should take the responsibility, and the model should be in production when it is tested on a lot of scenarios. So these are the risks and challenges we have with the AI. Now let us talk about the responsible AI. So these are the Microsoft AI principles which I'm going to discuss with you. The first is fairness. AI systems should treat all people fairly. Like we sometimes discuss the loan disperse. It should not be biased because the data should be fed to the system at an equal range so that it should not be biased. So the system, we have to make a system a biased system so that it will not create a discriminations. It should be reliable and safe. AI systems should perform reliability and safety. For example, machine learning model that diagnose patient symptoms and recommends prescription should be tested first on large amount of data to ensure reliability. We should not, yeah, that is correct, absolutely, because if you give the medicines to the people based on the AI model, then it might can cause harm. So that should be tested first on very large amount of audience so that it should not cause harm in the production. That is, the AI model should be reliable. The other is privacy and security. AI system should be secure and respect the privacy. Again, it should be tested for large amount of data so that the privacy should be maintained. It should not leak, or there should not be any leakage caused by the model. So the model should be like it should be fully secure and privacy should be maintained. The other responsible AI principle is inclusiveness. AI system should be for everyone and engage people. AI must bring benefits to all and everyone in the society regardless of physically ability, gender, and it should not be biased. That we already discussed that everyone should be inclusive. So this can only be possible when we have a equal amount of data and it is trained widely and it is tested for a long period of time. It should be transparent. AI should be understandable. Users should be fully aware of the purpose of the system, how it works, and what are the limitations it may expect. We should not hide the things from the end users. That is, it should be completely transparent to all of our users so that the users can have the flaws, or like if there is any limitation they should be aware of that. Everything should be transparent at the start, or maybe in the terms and conditions should be mentioned. Accountability. People should be accountable for AI systems and work on the governance with the organizations. Everyone should take the accountability. If anything happened wrong, the company who develops should be responsible for that. And how the governance should be made for that product should be designed before making the AI product. So these are the basic principle of responsible AI that we should follow so that we can have a good model presented in front of the audience. What do you have learned in this module 1? We have covered the basic services and concepts of Azure AI. We covered services such as responsible AI, anomaly detection, NLP, computer vision, etc. You will also know that how bot looks like, and we're gonna discuss this about more in this end of the session. So after this module, we're gonna have one more video in that I'm gonna show you how bot will look like. In the next module, you will be requiring Azure subscription because we're gonna do demos. So be prepared with that. And if you haven't cleared any of the query or subjects, just go through the modules again and let me know if you have any queries over the messaging system. You can let me know. There's no issues in that. Hello again. In this demo, I'm gonna show you how bot will look like. This is just a demo from Microsoft Healthcare Bot. So you need to open this URL. After this, you will be coming to this page and we're gonna click try demo for an end user experience. So I click there. So the bot will open. So this is how if you implement a conversation AI, the bot will open like this. And once you can chat with the bot. So this is a healthcare. So it will diagnose me if I have any issues. Let's say I'm having a fever. So let's start conversation with the bot. So one thing, more and more knowledge-based questions you have in the bot, more and more beneficial for you. So let's say in this I put hi, the bot says hi, how can I help you? If I say how are you? So the bot will say that okay, I'm good, I'm great, thanks for asking. But let's say if I say hi, how are you in a combination. So let's see what it says. Sorry, it seems I can't answer this. So see, I asked the same thing. It's because that we should have a lot of knowledge base, so we can have that in your response. So so let us check with this. So let's say I'm having a fever. So I'll say fever. I said fever. So this says that if there are any other symptoms, then let us know, or if no, then press none. So I'm just entering none that I don't have anything. I'm just having a fever. So there's a conversation is going on between the bot and me. So this bot is asking me how much fever I have. It's a normal fever, like it's in 100 degrees Celsius Fahrenheit. So I said this. So he's asking a throat. Nope, I don't have any throat infection or sore throat. So if vomiting or anything, I said no, I don't have anything, vomiting and all. Cough, a little bit of, yeah. So once it diagnose, it give the medicine to me or like give any recommendation that what should I do. It's a less than 3 weeks. It's just a 2 3 days old. So I said that this thing. So yeah, it's a like wet cough. We'll say that it's a wet cough. Let's see what the bot has to say. So see, it is checking his the question base. So based on the question base, the answer is coming up, and we're gonna build this in this demo in the fourth module. Okay, so so we don't have this information, so I just click on submit. Yeah, yes, it's asking me something, then I'm just giving him answer so that it can give me an analysis report. So this is a report generated by the bot for me. These are the symptoms I have, and this suggested to meet me a doctor for today. this is the possible symptoms these are possible things I can have. So this is also very beneficial. This report can immediately be given to the doctors so that the doctor will not be asking these questions again. This will again reduce the time and help us to be more predictive. So doctors can be more predictive. They already have this informations which I have shared, and now I can take this report, a printout of this report, and give it to the doctor so that analysis can be done. So this is how bot will work, and this is how artificial intelligence is helping in this bot. Thank you. We'll continue to the next module in the next video. Thank you.